everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Kimberly, and here on this channel we talk about all things beauty, from makeup, skincare, hair, and perfume. If those things interest you, just keep on watching. So today I have the new Dieverune Cosmetics Boo Drops Collection Part 3. This includes this beautiful Boo Drops palette, Creepy Creams palette, which is new for the brand. These colorful, creamy palette can be used on face, eyes, or lips. And the Boo Drops are just beautiful multichrome shimmers. Also in the collection are these 4 singles that they so kindly sent over to me. Additionally, there are 2 highlighters. One is this really pretty split pan, which has a white, it turns kind of purple, and this deeper purple bluish color. The second one is this really pretty orangey yellow type one here. Is just really pretty. You mix it all together and you get kind of a gold to yellow shift. Kind of see that on my hand there. And I'll swatch the other one. And you can see this one is more purpley blue. And when you swatch it out, this is with both of them. You can see them mixed. And that's what I did for both of these. And you can see how that's kind of an iridescent type purple. I can see a deep purple with some blue in it. So pretty. Also, there's this really nice flaky that was included as well. And it's kind of a multi-chrome shimmery. It has more of like a orange type base. You can see it right there. I'll do a little swatch. And you can see with the flex there is right here. And they do smooth out, but in my room I can see a lot of the orange and yellow and pink flecks in it. It's very, very pretty. And that's swatched out on the finger there. Very pretty. Beautiful lip glosses were also included in the collection. And you can see this one's kind of an iridescent white. We have a green. We have this deeper berry. And then this kind of hot pink color here. I'll be using some of these today, so that will be fun. And also, they included these nice little charms that are really cute. Little decorative items you could just put on your eyes or cheek or anywhere else with your look. There's also this single that is this beautiful blue cream single. Let me get a little swatch of that for you. And when you swatch it, you see it's kind of a purplish color. Let me put it right there. And it's very creamy. You see that? It's kind of a creamy. You see how it's purple to blue. Very dimensional. I like that one a lot. There are also mascaras. There are 3 different ones. You have a purple, a pink, and a kind of lime green color. So today we are going to use this collection to do this first look. I'm going to do 2 looks today. So my first look, I'm going to use Bizarre Botanicals to do it. And I think I'm going to end up doing a kind of orangey green look. And I'm going to use 2 of the singles. I'm going to use Pineapple Poltergeist, which is a pretty yellow looking one in the pan. But it pulls more green. And then I'm going to use Sunburnt Spectre, which looks more green in the pan, but when I actually swatch it, you see the greens, but if you just look at it here, you definitely see more of the orange turning to gold and green. You can see that shift is so pretty. Now let me swatch Pineapple for us. And see, you can see here, it has kind of the yellow to green, but when I actually swatch it, you see it's more, actually that's this one right here. You can see it looks more green than actually yellow. So it's more green. So we're going to use those two today. For my highlighter, I'm going to use this really nice orangey one that I already swatched. For my mascara, we're going to use the green one. So for the blush, I'm going to pull out this Creepy Cream palette, and we're going to use this lime green shade, and it's called Fairy. So we're going to use that today. So I'm actually going to start with the Krispy Kreme. Face is done. Obviously just have my foundation, concealer. I put on my eye primer, and I did use the Ivy Grip by Day Day Signature because I want these colors to kind of pop. If you're interested in that, you can go over our website, use code Kimberly, save yourself 10%. And if you're interested in anything in this Dieverune collection, you can also use my code Kimberly. It'll save you 10%. It's non-affiliated, but if you do, I appreciate it so much, and please let me know. Okay, so now let's first put on again this beautiful cream here. So I'm going to grab this Morphe brush. And we're going to put that, and we'll get some of that on the brush there. And we're just going to see this here. Look at that. That is so fun. That is so fun. Look at that. So. That is so fun. I love how that gives that a kind of a wash of color. And it's not too overpowering, especially since it's a green. It's kind of just giving, as you can see there, a glow to my cheeks. Look at that, but it shows up. And it doesn't seem to be picking up my foundation and powder, which is nice. So look at that, that's cute. I never would have thought to use a lime green blush, but loving that. Very nice. So there it is. You can see it on my cheeks. You can see it on my cheeks. Very nice. So, really nice. Okay, so now let's get started. I'm gonna use the highlighter next. So I'm gonna kind of swirl my brush all in there. And then we're gonna just put it, ooh, now look at that. Wow, nice. That is a highlight, ladies and gentlemen. But I love how smooth it is going on. But clearly you can see just how metallic that is. And I can see the specks, the orange and green and gold. Very nice. And it goes nicely over that cream. That's such a fun look. I love it. Okay, so we have our blush on, highlighter on. So now it's time for the eyes. I think to play off the orange and greens, I'm going to use, in Bizarre Botanicals, don't want to blind you guys, but I'm going to use this orange shade here, which is called Witch Hazel. And then I'm going to also use, I think, Witch's Hair, which is this really pretty darker green. And then I'm going to use Bladderwort, which is this beautiful shimmery matte. It looks black in the pan, but you can definitely see the green in it. I think I'm gonna use that on the outer V. So that's really pretty. And I love this palette. Let me swatch this one for you. I mean, just look at that matte. I don't know if it shows up on camera, but you can see the green sparkles in it. It's just so stunning. I just love it. So it's a black with green sparkles in it. I just think that's so pretty. Okay, so let's get started here. I'm gonna start here with a BK Beauty Anti-Hot and Fashy 502 brush and go into that Witch Hazel, so that orange shade, and start that here on the inner part. Just tapping it in. Wanted to use the white base just to make sure this really showed the color to its full potential. Melt Cosmetics brush. I think this is from the Mariposa collection that came out a few years ago, about 3 or 4 years ago. And I'm going to go into that Witch's Hair color to that darker green. And I'm going to put that just out here. And you can just see how pigmented these colors are. So I'm using tapping motions to put it down, not getting any fallout. I mean, I'm not even tapping off my brush. It's really nice. And we're gonna take a EO6, and this is from Fantasy Cosmetica, and go into that lighter green sneeze weed shade. And I'm just gonna put it in between the orange and the green, the darker green, I should say, kind of act as a bridge. Yeah, I like that. Between the two. So now I think I'm going to go into this Simply Posh brush here and go into that Bladderwort, that darker black with the green flecks I was telling you about, and just put this here on the outer aspect here in the outer V, just to add some depth to the look. Yeah, I like that. And as you can see, not getting any fallout here. There we go, got our mats laid down like that. All right, so it's time for those shimmers. So I'm gonna grab my Shine On Base by Cleone and Bad to the Brow. And we're just gonna put some of that on here. And while that's drying, we'll do the lower lash line. And I'm gonna use this What's Up Beauty brush. This is a 101, kind of a pencil type brush here. And I'm actually gonna put a little bit of this lighter shade, Wolfers, I think is what it's called, just under there in the inner corner, and wrap it down to the lower lash line. And then some of Witch Hazel, because why not? And some of that green sneezy weed. Sneezy weed. So that's the green. And some of Witch's Hair. And then, of course, Bladderwort to tie everything together. I just wanted to be colorful today. Okay, so for our shimmers, we're going to start with Sunburnt Spectra. And we're going to put that on the inner part of the lid where I have the orange. And just look at that. That's so pretty. And I'm going to put Pineapple Poltergeist. This one that looks yellow in the pan, but like I showed you earlier, kind of shifts green. And we're gonna put that right here going into the darker green mattes. I love because it's right next to the orange matte. You can really see the orange being more prominent. Just so pretty. So I'm gonna get this cleaned up and I'll be back to show you the finished look. And so I'm back and here's the finished look. I did want to go ahead and put Melancholy, so cute, this really pretty lime green lip gloss on with you guys. You can see that. It is so pretty. I don't know if you can see it, but I can see the green sparkles on camera. That's such a pretty green sparkle. I like that a lot. That's pretty. So that's color Melancholy. So here's the final look. I did also put on some of the lime green mascara. I thought that would just be fun for this look. So this is it. This is my first look with the Boo Drops collection. See, I used a couple of the singles and we used creepy creams on the cheek. Used one of the highlighters as well, which was Summerween Scream. So that was what you can see on my cheeks here, and you can just see how shiny that is. I really like that. But yeah, and I paired it of course with the Bazaar Botanicals, all of which are available on the Dieverune Cosmetics website. So this is look number one. I hope you guys like it, so stay tuned. I'm gonna put in some swatches and then we're gonna get to look number two. So I'm back with the second look with the Dieverune Cosmetics Boo Drops Volume 3 collection. And as you can see my background, I think I want to do a kind of a purpley blue look today. So I am going to use the Boo Drops part 3 for my shimmers, and I think for my mattes I'm going to use Silver and Cold. And then of course for the blush we're going to use our creepy creams again. I think we're going to get more into the kind of lilac purple shade called Spooky, and then we're going to use beach balls and broomsticks. Like that. And that's the name of the highlighter. That's that kind of split pan with the purple. So let's go ahead and put on the blush first. I'm gonna pick up some of that purple shade and just put that on my cheeks here. You see how well that shows up. Nice. Right, and we're just gonna get from Fantasy Cosmetica this F11, I think, F11 brush. Kind of just go in the middle. Gonna go in the middle here. Just a smidge. Oh, look at that. Wow, wow. She is pigmented and shiny. I mean, you can definitely see that. Very nice. All right, so we have that on. So we have our blush and our highlight on already. So now we'll get to the eyes. I just used the Nessa Marks Color Fix base, and this is one of the nudes. And I think this is number 6, I'm not sure. And I just use that so it kind of matches my skin tone. And like I said, I think we're going to go into some of the, as you can see here, we're going to use some of these teal shades in here, maybe this dark blue as well. Maybe kind of buff it out a little bit with that lighter color. And then maybe a little bit of the mauve shade in here. And let's see, for the dewdrops, I definitely want to use, I think I'm going to use these 2 right here. So this one is Boo, which is this really pretty teal, but it shifts like purple. So if I turn it back towards me here, I can really see the purple. Turn it towards you, can really see the teal. So that's really pretty. And then the next one is Shriek, which is really pretty color here. And you can see how that's nice purple. So a teal and purple look. And I think that's what we're going to do on the eyes as well. So we're going to grab our first brush and we're going to grab a Singe Beauty EO2 brush. And we're going to put on some of this purple shade here from Silver and Cold. And just put that right here. I mean, look at that. So pigmented, it's so pretty. These mattes are just like butter. I love them so much. Dieverune just has one of the best formulas, in my opinion. Okay, and so now I'm gonna grab this Morphe. I think this is a 504 brush. And we're gonna go into that more tealy shade and just put that right next to that purple. And I think we're gonna darken up that outer V. We're gonna use another brush from Simply Posh Cosmetics. It's from the original set, and get some of that darker blue just to kind of deepen out the outer V. So let me go ahead and put on, just to show you, this purple mascara. I think it's fun, just add a little nice purple moment, purple color with the lashes. So you can definitely see how those kind of spice up the lashes just a tad. But I'm not finished, of course. We are going to use those shimmers I told you about. So let me get my Shine On Brace from Cleona and Bad to the Brow. Just put that all over the lid. This lighter purple. Yep, that's it. And put that on the inner corner just to brighten it up just a tad. Then we're going to go into that darker purple next. And then go into that teal shade. And then connect it with that darker blue. Okay, that's it. Then we're gonna take This is my Kitco brush here, and put a little bit of that lighter purple just above these other two shades to kind of blend them in so the edges aren't so harsh. Now for those shimmers, again, we're going to start with Boo. Look at that. So pretty. So then let's get Shriek. Look at that. So pretty. So let me finish this up, put on some liner and lashes, and I'll be back to show you the finished. So I'm back with the finished look. I thought I would do my lip with you guys together. So I did use the Juvia's Place lip liner. This one right here. It was a dark brown lip liner in Cocoa Latte. Cocoa Latte. So I thought I would use Gaslight Grape, one of the new lip glosses for this look. I thought it would go really well. So let's... Ooh, she pigmented. That's nice. I really like these lip glosses. Very sparkly, not sticky, going really well. So that's really pretty. I like that. So, finished look. Hope you like it. I went ahead and put on some lashes. And I did finish everything up, but I really love the way this comes out. I think this is really pretty, really sparkly. Really do like the Boo Drops Volume 3. I think is very beautiful. These are just beautiful, stunning shades. Obviously very reflective, very shiny, very nice. So I'm enjoying the highlighters. Enjoyed both the highlighters in collection. The Creepy Creams is really cute. I love how pigmented the palette is. It has a lot of different colors, so you can do something a little more colorful like I did today. You could also use these on your lips, on your eyes, and I have some pictures of this up on my Instagram if you want to take a look at that usage. But really like it. It's a new thing for the brand. I do like that you can use it and how pigmented it is, which is really, really nice, I think. The mascaras are all really, really fun. Did put a little bit of this one on. This is the purple one. You saw it a little earlier. And then I may throw just a little bit on the lower lash line. So I think that's a really cute addition to this look. Very nice formula, easy to go on mascara. I think it's really nice. Enjoying that as well. So yeah, so that's my looks today using the new Boo Drops Volume 3 palette and singles and highlighters and mascaras and lip glosses. So let me know in the comments which look was your favorite. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. Remember, live your best life. This is not a dress rehearsal. You are on stage. So make it the best performance ever. Till next time, guys.